There is a moment occurring every morning that the majority of people allow to slip by entirely unnoticed. It is a brief, silent, almost invisible instant. Yet it is the most critical moment of your entire day. This is not a matter of positive thinking or superficial optimism. It is the application of a divine law. You see, the human mind, upon awakening, is in a unique state of receptivity. The defenses of the ego, that mortal mind which frets, worries, and dwells on limitation, have not yet fully crystallized. At daybreak, your subconscious mind is like freshly plowed earth. It is fertile. It is open. It is ready to receive whatever seed you drop into it, and you, in that sacred moment, possess a power that is almost frightening in its magnitude, the power of choice. Most people plant weeds. Before they have even left their bed, they have already planted seeds of, "I am tired," "I am late," "I have so many bills," or "I dread this meeting." By the law of substitution, the mind cannot think of two things at once. If you occupy your mind with the appearance of trouble, you are effectively ordering more of it from the universe. But you are here to learn a better way. You are here to learn how to plant seeds of truth, seeds that will flourish during the day in the form of unexpected opportunities, physical vitality, and a peace that passes all understanding. The first thing you must say to yourself, before your feet even touch the floor, is this fundamental truth. Do not say this as a decorative phrase. Say it as a declaration of the most profound spiritual reality in existence. In metaphysics, we learn that there is only one cause. If God is all power, then the problem you are facing is actually no power. When you affirm that God is the only presence, you are withdrawing the power you have mistakenly given to fear, to debt, to sickness, or to difficult people. You are turning your back on the shadow and facing the sun. If you find your mind wandering back to your troubles, bring it back firmly. Say it again, God is the only power. This is the golden key. You turn away from the problem and you think of God. The problem cannot breathe in the atmosphere of this truth. Once you have established the power, you must establish your identity. Most people live as spiritual orphans, begging the world for a little bit of luck or a little bit of money. But Jesus taught that you are a child of the Father. A child of a king does not need to beg for crumbs. Poverty of life begins exactly when you forget who you are. The world will try to define you by your bank account, your past mistakes, or your social status. Do not believe the world. By claiming your divine sonship, you are telling your subconscious mind to organize your behavior, your decisions, and your perceptions in alignment with the infinite. You are claiming the kingdom that was prepared for you from the beginning. Now, we come to the most necessary step for any demonstration of good, the release. Emmet Fox taught that resentment is like taking poison and waiting for the other person to die. It blocks the flow of your good more effectively than a dam blocks a river. Do not wait until you feel like forgiving. Forgiveness is an act of the will, not the emotions. You forgive because you want to be free. You forgive because you refuse to allow someone else's past behavior to dictate your current prosperity. Imagine the person who troubled you. See them surrounded by the light of God. You don't do this for them, you do it for yourself. When you let go of the grudge, you empty your hands so that God can fill them with new blessings. Breathe in these three truths. The power is God. The identity is divine. The way is forgiveness. Hold these seeds in your heart as you begin to move. You have set the vibration of your day. You have tuned your instrument to the symphony of the infinite. We move now from the foundation of our identity into the manifestation of our world. Most people live under the heavy burden of a great delusion. They believe that their good, their money, their health, their happiness comes from specific outer channels. They think, my money comes from my employer, or my health depends on this pill. While these may be the instruments used, they are never the source. Emmet Fox taught that if you rely solely on the instrument, you are at the mercy of the instrument. But when you rely on the source, you are at the mercy of nothing but the infinite. To live the abundant life, you must break the poverty consciousness that says there is only so much to go around. In the mind of God, there is no such thing as a shortage. Shortage is a shadow cast by a closed mind. As you begin your day, as you prepare to engage with the world of commerce and activity, you must set your mental vibration to the frequency of infinite supply. Pay close attention to those words, ways known and unknown. This is the most vital part of the decree. The mortal mind is a limiting mind. It wants to calculate exactly how the money will arrive. It says, I will get a raise, or I will win the lottery. By affirming unknown ways, you are essentially telling the universe, I stopped trying to do your job. You are taking the limits off the infinite. You are acknowledging that God has 10,000 ways to bless you that your intellect hasn't even dreamed of yet. This decree trains your subconscious to recognize opportunities that previously went unnoticed. A casual conversation that leads to a partnership, an idea that flashes in the shower, or a gift from a source you had long forgotten. You are no longer a beggar, you are a magnet. We turn now to the body. Metaphysics teaches us that the body is the product of our thinking. It is the blackboard upon which the mind writes its beliefs. Sickness, in the Foxian sense, is often a congestion of thought, a blockage caused by fear or a belief that the body is a machine that wears out. You are not praying to get well. To pray to get well is to affirm that you are sick, and the law of thought will only give you more of what you affirm. Instead, you are claiming the truth. Behind every organ, every bone, and every drop of blood, there is a divine pattern of perfection. By declaring this, you are removing the mental clutter of fear and giving that divine pattern permission to manifest. You are not fighting a disease. You are turning on the light of life. As the light enters, the darkness of dis-ease simply ceases to be. It has no life of its own. It was only a shadow you were holding in place with your mind. Now, you let it go. The modern world is an exhausting place because people feel they are fighting a lonely battle against a cold universe. This sense of aloneness is the primary cause of stress and failure. This is your spiritual insurance policy. When you declare protection, you stop leaking energy through anxiety. You no longer look at the news or the market with terror because you know you are the world, but not of it. When you declare guidance, you stop the intellectual struggle. How many times have you tossed and turned trying to figure out a problem? Emmet Fox would say, stop it. You are trying to use a teaspoon to empty the ocean. When you affirm guidance, you are tapping into the infinite intelligence that knows the end from the beginning. You go about your day with a quiet heart, knowing that at the right moment, the right word will be spoken, the right door will open, and the right path will be illuminated. You are no longer the captain of a tiny rowboat. You are a passenger on a great ship, and the pilot knows the way.